Welcome back to Miss DeWitt's Junior English class. Today we'll be starting our unit on Arthur Miller's The Crucible. The Crucible tells the story of the Salem witch trials set in Salem, Massachusetts in 1692. Though this story is based on real events and real people, it is a work of fiction. When Arthur Miller wrote The Crucible in 1953, he wanted to show the hysteria we faced in this country throughout the 40s and 50s during the McCarthyism period. During this time, Senator McCarthy began the crusade against communism in the United States. Many people in the government began accusing each other of secretly being a communist and started hunting each other out, much like in the Salem witch hunts. For fear of being accused themselves, residents of Salem, Massachusetts began accusing each other of being a witch so that no one would accuse them. Before we get started, let's take a look at some of the main characters. John Proctor is a local farmer and is married to Elizabeth Proctor. Though John supposedly hates hypocrites, he himself is hiding a secret: his affair with Abigail Williams, his 17-year-old ex-servant. Abigail Williams was fired from working with the Proctors after their secret was discovered, but Abigail is looking for a way to win John back. Reverend John Hale is a witchcraft expert who is called to help when one of the children of Salem falls sick. Reverend Parris is the town minister who is not well liked despite his need to protect his reputation. He is Abigail's uncle and has a daughter named Betty. Next up, we have Rebecca Nurse. Rebecca is highly regarded in the Salem community and is married to Francis Nurse. Francis Nurse is also well respected in the community. Judge Danforth is the deputy governor of Massachusetts and the judge of the witch trials. Giles Corey is a feisty farmer who is known for his tendency for lawsuits. Thomas Putnam is the arch nemesis of Francis Nurse and hopes to buy up all the land of everyone accused of witchcraft. Anne Putnam is Thomas's wife. Though she has had 8 children, only one of them has lived more than one day. Anne is convinced that supernatural powers have harmed her babies. Ruth Putnam is one of Thomas and Anne's daughters and friends with the girls of Salem. Tituba is Reverend Parris's slave who performs voodoo at Abigail's request. Mary Warren is a servant in the Proctor household and friends with the girls of Salem. Betty Parris is Reverend Parris's 10-year-old daughter and friends with the girls of Salem. Martha Corey is Giles Corey's wife. She reads too much for her husband's liking. Ezekiel Cheever is the clerk of the court for the witch trials. Judge Hawthorne presides with Judge Danforth over the witch trials. Henrik is the marshal of Salem. And finally, Mercy Lewis is another girl in Abigail's group.